Open your mind and journey through the cosmos of the universe. This is Bridging Realms with Dr. Gene Carlisle and False Freedom 691.
Welcome to another episode of Bridging Realms. I'm False Freedom 691.
I'm Dr. Gene Carlisle.
Today we want to talk about probably the most popular meme in the history of the internet.
Yeah, it's something going really big around right now. It's the meme involving the Jeffery Epstein conspiracy theory. And False, you know a little bit more about this than I do.
Yeah, it's just really getting posted everywhere. It's getting added to every meme you can think of. It's on facts. It's like everyone tried to wake up at the same time and take in this Epstein was killed by the New World Order, by the Clinton cabal.
Yeah, I'm seeing this a lot on podcasts, that we check out, that we're fans of, and they're talking about this Epstein thing a lot. Now it's bleeding into memes. It's becoming this running joke, like, get woke, question, what the government's telling you, what the mainstream media is telling you, because they've quit talking about it. People think that they're bringing up what the media doesn't want them to talk about. They're raising that fuck you, that big middle finger to the mainstream media, and we're fine with that. We're all about doing that, but we're feeling a little different on this theory right now, and we're ready to drop some truth here on Bridging Realms.
I'm going to go on record right now and say Jeffrey Epstein killed himself.
Yeah, we're actually going to go against the meme here. We're going to go against this wave that's running through society. I actually am going to agree with False here. He has shown me the evidence. I've done some research myself. And I'm going to say, yeah, Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. It was a prison suicide.
It was a prison suicide. That's all it was. Nothing more, nothing less. I assure you, the Clintons were far away from this thing. They had nothing to do with it whatsoever.
Yeah, I just think it's too obvious, It's too obvious for this to be the Clintons. It's just that's the first thing everybody went to, and the masses just run to this, pointing the finger at the Clintons. And, I just think that's old hat. Like, we always do that, and, fuck that shit, It's too easy. So something much darker, much more sinister has to be behind this.
Careful there, Doc. Careful with the powers that be.
Yeah, you never know. We have had this trouble with our podcast lately. We're obviously under attack. So, it's pretty risky that we're doing this subject anyway. Pretty risky that we're still coming out here and putting this content out to you guys.
I just don't want to join the CBC.
We use a lot of acronyms here at Bridging Realms, and this is an educational podcast, so I'll inform you what False is talking about there. The CBC is the Clinton body count. A lot of people have supposedly been murdered or met their doom at the hands of the Clinton cabal, the Clinton machine, if you will. So you got to watch that. I don't want to be added to the CBC either.
It's all hearsay if you ask me. I don't think the Clintons are responsible for any murders.
Right. It's all theory. This is conspiracy theory. People seem to forget that sometimes. So we do want to throw that out there, that we don't particularly believe in the CBC. And we don't have any proof that the Clintons have any kind of body count, and they definitely had no hand in the suicide of Jeffrey Epstein. We've talked about this on the pod before. Look at it. Like, the dude was into some fucked up pedo shit. He had a very ritualistic, esoteric fucking island that he owned, where he had weird ritual sex with underage people. I'm sure there were, like, from what we've seen, boys, girls, whatever. He had all kinds of elite out there. Who knows what the CIA has on camera now? I mean, he was a CIA asset. Like, he was given over footage. And, I mean, we know Prince Andrew for sure. From what I've seen, I know you may not want to confirm that now. False.
I gotta admit, I mean, I'm just kind of getting bummed out with the story. Why would a guy who had all that kill himself?
You know, he was riding high. It seems like he was living. That's what people saw from him. You know, he's doing all this illegal shit because he has all this money. He knows how to play the system. He became a fucking CIA asset. You know, he's helping them blackmail people pretty much. From what we can tell here in conspiracy world, everybody's on the same page there that he was helping the CIA with some sexual blackmails. You know, sexy blackmail is a fun game until it gets into the pedo realm. And that's what he was doing here, and it was fucked up. So, you know, maybe he just sat there in a cell and he's like, you know what, I need to pay for my sins. I've done some fucked up shit. And he just dealt with his demons, you know. That happens in prisons when people are obviously going to get punished for their crimes, right?
Right.
So, you know what doesn't happen a lot in prisons? Like ninjas or CIA or Clinton cabal operatives coming in and murdering people. That doesn't happen all the time.
Or Hillary Clinton coming herself and snapping the neck of a man through a cell.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't happen. Like, I mean, how the fuck would she just walk in there and snap somebody's, neck through the cell? Like...
Personally.
Yeah, personally. Like, she couldn't go in there personally and do that. And, that's what people think happened. That's what's going around on the internet. And we're just not... we're not ready to jump on this mainstream bandwagon. And it really feels, it's all over Facebook. It's all over Twitter, false. It feels like it's gone pretty mainstream now, this meme.
Yeah. I kind of feel like it's really... What are they hiding from us through this? What are they diverting our attention from by getting the world to fake wake up? They got the sheeple fake waking right now with this fucking Epstein meme. What the fuck? What are they hiding? What is getting snuck right under our fucking noses right now while everybody in the world thinks they just woke up?
Yeah, everybody's so high and mighty with their, I'm woke, I know what's going on because Epstein didn't kill himself, and I know a little bit about UFO disclosure because I've watched a Discovery Channel fucking show or History Channel show, or I got a running DVR of fucking ancient aliens. You can eat my ass with that. We've watched all that stuff. We've done the fucking research. This disclosure is old hat to us. They're just now finally calling it disclosure, but it's been happening for years. This soft disclosure has been happening, and now, like, people are only noticing it once we're getting fucked in the ass with disclosure.
Welcome back, guys. We were having a little heart-to-heart talk after the break, and, it's just 100% that Epstein killed himself. I mean, there's just no other possible answer.
Yeah, I've mulled over this for a long time, and I just don't see anything else either. I feel like he definitely killed himself. I I know everybody wants to believe the contrary, but I just feel like, looking at all the evidence here, he definitely killed himself.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many ridiculous stories out there, and just tiny coincidences. The video cameras going on the fritz, the guard falling asleep, everybody else disappearing from the ward and being unaccounted for 4 hours. Just silly coincidences.
Weird stuff, his attorney's connection to Trump, and the sweetheart deal he got off with, a few years ago with his pedo shit, and how he was able to pretty much just, live freely in New Mexico without having to register as a sex offender like he did in 2 other states. And then, he's just going to impregnate a bunch of different ladies with his sperm and try to have, rainbow of children, just all these different children with his genes to leave his legacy upon the earth.
God damn it, why would he do it? When you got all that going on, why would you do it? You fucking lie to the world.
I know, dude. He shouldn't have got into the pedo stuff. His demons caught up to him, and he failed at his mission. He was at the end of the line there.
Yeah.
So it just makes too much sense. Like, he's gonna kill himself. He was exposed, and we know with these pedophiles, we know with these elite, the one thing they do not want is to be exposed.
They are afraid of disclosure. They are afraid to be exposed. Not disclosing properly.
Oh, exactly, dude. They're so afraid of it. At the highest levels, they're afraid to be exposed. They're afraid of this truth getting out there. That's why we are getting our podcast fucked with, our social media fucked with, our lives fucked with, because we're exposing this truth. So, we're not going to stand for this. We're not going to sit down and just take it. We're going to do these episodes. We're going to expose these hard truths. No matter if they fuck with us, they, put out smear campaigns, give us 2-star reviews. They can suck my ass. Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. We're going to go against it, and we're going to throw that truth out there that he hung himself in prison.
We're going to expose that truth.
Right. I'm going to say that photo of him on the gurney when they're rolling him out definitely looks like him. Like, I see no question about it. It's just definitely him.
I feel like it's a cover-up from Big Rope. Big Rope wants you buying rope to make nooses with.
Right, yeah. They definitely don't want it out there that you can hang yourself with a bedsheet.
Yeah, and Big Rope has already done enough to cover up all of the red scarf suicides.
Exposed right there. People just think that these celebrities hung themselves, and they just assume that it's with a noose or a rope. But no, it's it's a scarf. It's the telltale sign of the Illuminati. And it is my understanding that the Illuminati is a separate clandestine organization from the Clinton cabal or Clinton organization. So I definitely don't think the Clintons had anything to do with any of these people getting scarfed.
I bet the Clintons aren't even involved with the Illuminati at all. I mean, if you had to ask me, the Clintons are humanitarians. They run the Clinton Foundation, which certain is all the way on the up and up. Right.
Good people, and say what you want about Bill, with the ladies and, getting a blowski in the Oval Office and all. But, Conspiracy World is white knighting fucking Trump right now. So, really what Bill did was not so bad in comparison. So we can, be back to lovable Slick Willie in my book, I think the guy's great. I think, I'll go as far as to say I voted for Hillary Clinton. I think she would have been a great leader, so definitely don't think they had anything to do with this.
I had my I'm with her shirt for sure. I was with her. I still wear it. I'm wearing it right now, aren't I, Dr. Gene?
Right, definitely. And if False has said anything in our past podcasts about lock her up or seeing any kind of Hillary Clinton satanic snuff film, that was just jokes, just sarcastic jokes, really.
It was irony. It was subtle irony whenever I spent that hour and 50-minute episode uninterruptedly chanting "Lock her up."
Right, that was a good bonus app, and very funny. You know, some of our bonus content is for comedic purposes for our fans. You know, so we definitely, you know, even though we've done a lot of research and we talk about doing all kinds of research, we definitely did not watch any kind of satanic ritual snuff film. I've definitely never seen that.
That was not her with the dragon head on.
No, definitely not her. I saw no baby consumed or anything like that. If there was anything, it was maybe like a deep fake thing. I don't know. False Watch is some weird fucking porn, you know? So
yeah,
I don't know what. But based on our research, you know, we've actually been looking into the QAnon stuff, and, you know, it could have been. I mean, if anybody was going to kill the guy, it'd probably be like Trump with his tax returns or something. So definitely, you know, more people that had bigger motives to kill him, even though he definitely killed himself.
Actually, you know, QAnon is a pretty serious deal. Like, very connected source. Guy's legit. And I think would betray Trump if he did something as evil as murder senselessly Jeffrey Epstein. So I don't know. I just got to say that once again, Epstein did kill himself.
We're back on the podcast, just talking today about Jeffrey Epstein and how he did kill himself. You know, I want to bring up this ABC News story that broke, and really it's about the fact that ABC wouldn't let it break. Some leaked audio came out from a hot mic. Amy Robach from ABC News was complaining about the fact that she had the Epstein story. She had all the shit we have now on Epstein 3 years ago. 3 years ago, she was ready to break this story, and somebody high up at Disney, ABC, you know, blocked it. So, you know, she was pretty pissed about that, and rightfully so. I get that. You know, she wanted to break this story, and that's how this stuff goes. The mainstream media will kill stories like this. The powerful can kill stories. We know that they're trying to kill conspiracy podcasts all the time. They're trying to censor us.
And I think the story being censored just lends more credence to the fact that Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide. And the reason I say that is I think Disney clearly thought the man was at risk of committing suicide if he were to see that story air on TV. They were trying to protect him from killing himself.
You know, I hadn't thought about that, False, but that makes sense. I mean, that right there is truth exposed to me. And I thank you for exposing that, because I had not thought about that. Definitely exposed, really. I feel like this whole episode has been about exposing truth and exposing not only the mainstream media, but the mainstream society for thinking that they're in on conspiracy culture, really, when it's just a bunch of fucking posers sharing memes.
Yeah, they're sitting there fucking jacking their dicks into their mouth and sucking their own cock about it and laughing while the world's fucking burning around them.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing here. A lot of just memes and, you know, fake intelligence. And really what they're doing is they're spreading, you know, government intelligence, basically. This is a psyop, folks. This meme getting spread, I shit you not. I mean, we've been talking about that a lot here in Studio 51, a lot while we're doing research at the Bridging Realms Project, that these psyops are happening all the time. And this Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself thing feels super psyopy.
Wake up, you fucking pieces of sheep shit.
Yeah, definitely that's the theme of this episode. Just wake up, look at the truth, put the threads together like we have, and realize that this was just a simple case of an elite pedo getting exposed, the truth getting exposed, and then he was shamed, and he decided to dole out his own justice instead of having the United States government deal out that justice. So he killed himself. Either that, or the CIA was like, we're done with you, and we're going to kill you, and he was like, no, I'll kill myself. That sounds pretty plausible, too. Wouldn't you do that, False?
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100% I would do that. To me, really, it's just a case of Icarus flew too close to the sun.
Bridging Realms is a part of the Bridging Realms Network in association with the Bridging Realms Project, with additional support provided by realmies like you.